this a second time and see if it works this time. And if it does, then I should have game audio. And of course I'll have to see if I'm... Yeah, okay, the music's a lot louder now. So let's turn that down just a little bit. Okay, this sounds so much better, I think. Alright. So I guess we can get going now. That was annoying. So if anyone is in chat and trying to listen to this, then let me know if audio is okay or if you're still having audio issues. And I'll try. Alright, continue. Oh, and of course stream is no longer starting. So let's switch over. Peekaboo, you can peek and shoot your bow and arrow. What was that? You can peek and shoot your bow and arrow around corners by approaching the edge and pressing the right button. Oh, that's interesting. Peloponnesian War lasted 30 years and ended with the occupation of Athens. What we call mathematics today emerged specifically in the 5th century before Common Era and consisted of 4 sciences: arithmetic, geometry, astronomy, and harmonics. Icaros is your best tool for scouting your surroundings. Upgrade his perception by reaching synchronization points. Challenge yourself to be the silent assassin. Complete forts without being detected or leaving a body visible. As you level up, your base health and damage will increase, making you more powerful and harder to kill. Time technology. The sundial was the standard... Ooh. So they didn't have wristwatches, I take it from that. Alright, so... I guess we have to pick a new quest now. So let's see, we are level 3. So I guess we'll find the spear for the priestess. Rumor says the spear is still on Kefalonia. It should be in a cave in the northwestern part of the coast of Koliaidai. Melisani Cave is likely the spot. Alright. Right, I can't jump. How do I... Can I jump? Well, pop. Well, I guess I can dodge backwards or something. Let's see. I can check if audio is correct. With these jumps at least. Sorry that I have been doing nonsense basically for you. Oh. Talos is nearby. There's a synchronization point over there that I might want to get to. So let's see, is the synchronization point somewhere on my map? No, it isn't. Oh. Ooh. I think I should really hide somewhere. If this bounty hunter is this nearby. How do I crouch, climb up something again? Ah, shift. Okay. Let's see, where is the... Okay, I can hide here at least. Okay. You have at least one unspent ability point. Good point. No pun intended. Let's see what abilities we can have and what we can unlock. Leveling up. Earning XP increases your level and awards an ability point to spend on abilities. New abilities are progressively unlocked and can eventually be upgraded. Alright, so we have 2 ability points, so we can, in a fit of godly rage, all attacks inflict 20% more damage for 20 seconds. At this time, all the enemy attacks are non-lethal. Requires no adrenaline. Ghost arrows of Artemis. Shoot a ghostly arrow that can slip through shields, enemies, and even walls. Deals 260% hunter damage. Requires level 23. Oh, we start at the bottom. Now I've got it. Okay, I thought like it started here and branched out. But it actually goes the opposite direction. Sorry there. Okay, so let's see. What can we do? Revelation. Summon Athena's sight to reveal all secrets, including chests and hidden passages in a radius of 15 meters. All nearby enemies are tagged. That's actually a little more than I would want. Venomous attacks. Melee weapons and standard arrows inflict poison damage for 15 seconds. When the poison meter is full, enemies become intoxicated. Intoxication inflicts damage over time and weakens the damage and armor of the enemy. Requires no adrenaline. Assassination and knockout damage are increased by 20%. Automatically loot the enemy after an assassination. That is kind of nice. Charged heavy attack. Focus inner strength to unleash a powerful attack that varies depending on weapon type. Knocks enemies away or breaks their guards. A legendary kick that knocks a target back and deals 160% warrior damage. The target won't be killed and can be recruited afterwards. Jesus, the example is a bit extreme. Quickly rush through enemies. Oh, that's the bull rush we had in the opening tutorial. Knock them down and deal 250% warrior damage. I mean, the warrior kick is kind of a fun, silly thing to have. And the knockout and assassination comes after. Shield breaker. Flaming attacks. Sudden shocking blast stuns surrounding enemies. Overpower attacks. What other abilities? While out of conflict, become as invisible as a shadow. Moving will cause exposure. Adrenaline is consumed quickly over time. Oh, okay, so that's stealth. Archery Master. Rain of Destruction. Rain down a volley of arrows in an area of 3 meters, dealing 300%. Okay, I guess the middle one is kind of tank-ish. I don't quite get the distinction between hunter and warrior. Like, hunter to me would be... So, I mean, I do want stealth eventually. And what does that line here mean? Does that mean I can only unlock that ability from here? Okay. And I guess these ones with the kind of little tips around them can be unlocked from anywhere. I mean, generally I want more silence, But I also just want to try out the Spartan kick. So I guess I'll just grab this one first. Hello? No, okay. And I can upgrade that 3 times apparently. Adrenaline. Many abilities are powered by adrenaline, which is built up by landing hits, successfully dodging or parrying enemy attacks, and many more actions. When an ability is used, 1 adrenaline segment is spent and must be built up again. Choose where to assign this ability. 1, 2, 3, or 4. I guess let's just start with 1. Okay, so we can have 4 active abilities. And I still have 1 ability point left. Shadow Assassin. Automatically loot sounds good. Ah, okay, so those don't let me advance to anywhere else. Okay, so I guess the next one I'll have to get is this one if I want to get up there somewhere. And then I'll probably have to go this way to get to Stealth Master. The descriptions are kind of spoilery, I think. Alright, oh, I have... what do I have? I have that bow already, right? Looted offerings. Boar tusk, lynx fang, lion fang, garden piece, barley crops, broken helmet. Oh, is that stuff I can sell, apparently. Oh, I can toggle headgear. That's good to know. I was kind of going like it's you know, like for immersion, of course, your hero should have a helmet on during combat, you know, because you know it needs to be defensive. But then, you know, not everyone would constantly walk around wearing a helmet, you know. It's like if you're not actively guarding something and need to be protected, you would maybe carry your helmet with you or something like that, but would only put it on when you go into battle. So it seems kind of weird to choose. Oh, and here I have better armor now. Mercenary belt that I picked up somewhere. And what's that? 6 armor plus assassin or and crit damage. Oh, okay, so these 3 different groups have different damage types, and so the current stuff is all warrior damage. And so that means, what was the... no, wrong button. So that means I have to go here and abilities and see. Okay, so that's warrior, the Sparta kick. So that always go, instead of going back, it just goes out, and because these are tabs, not like subsections. Okay, so inventory is what I want. So that means I want better warrior damage right now. Although the other one would give me assassin and more crit damage, which would also be nice. But let's go with this until we actually have something causes assassin damage. Alright, so where do we want to go? We wanted to go up here. Okay, and I'm pointed in the wrong direction. I have to go away from and up north, obviously. And up north is physically down.
How'd it go with Marcos?
How it always goes. I didn't get my money, and I'm running another errand for him.
Why do you let him boss you around?
I would like to know... Well, I guess it's because he saved her, but she might say more about that if I say I owe him. On the other hand, he doesn't boss me around. He doesn't really.
I owe him a debt from the past.
Oh, did you boravrach me?
Not that kind of debt. Few people would take in a runaway they caught thieving. I was just a kid.
Huh. I'm just a kid and I've done pretty good for myself.
What do you want, Phoebe?
You know Kausos?
The town on the other side of the island? Why?
People there are sick. And my friend Kina is too. There is a blood fever. They say it's a curse and they need help from the gods.
I told you, I'm not a god.
But Ikaros
Is a bird.
that doesn't mean you can't help.
All right. I'll look into it.
That'll be interesting. Did I just get turned around? Let's look at the map again. Yeah, it turned me by 180 degrees, basically. Or did I run back and forget about it? Anyway. And let's see, do we have to go up that hill? Yeah, we should be going up that hill. I like that you can just climb. It's like such a nice navigation way. Like you can tell, I mentioned that in the previous screen, that basically Assassin's Creed originally was designed as, you know, the original first prototype came from the idea to make another Prince of Persia game. And so that's where all the climbing and jumping basically came from. And you know, you can kind of tell if you've ever seen like pictures of Prince of Persia, like the prototypical thing is that running and jumping thing. They have a lot of naked people here, or well, naked statues. Oh wait, is that the point where the... I guess that's the synchronization point. So I guess I climb up you. Okay. Climb, climb. Okay, let's do what everyone does in this game, right?
I should probably not climb on this.
I didn't know that. That's good. I should probably not climb on this. Okay, maybe that's not the synchronization point. Oh, the hand. That's the synchronization point. Anyway, and so you can tell with all the climbing and jumping, and it's such a genius move, because like before it was more of a game mechanic. But right now, just as a means of transport, of getting from point A to B in the game, it is so satisfying, and it's also so, like it's very, um, it's a fun way to get around. It is faster than having to do what we humans normally do, which is walk around mountains or to take an elevator or whatever. But you wouldn't have that in that time. Synchronizing unlocks fast travel to this location. Okay. So let's see where we have to go now. Lumber shipyard, we already did that. So, coast of Koliadai, northwestern. So here somewhere. Melisani Cave. Whoops. So maybe that. That's the blood fever. Ah, here is the coast of Koliadai, is this area. Northwestern part. Drogarati Cave. Okay, so somewhere there probably. Nope. No. Whoa. That was close. Okay. Luckily she auto heals. I thought like because you hold shift to parkour, I would probably have to hold shift, but I forgot that if you hold the parkour climb key while you're kind of already attached to something. Oops. Then that means I want to make an unsafe jump. Okay, so down there somewhere. It's interesting, this map looks a lot larger, to me at least. How do I climb down again? Oh. Okay, I have to relearn the controls, it seems, because I forgot how they work. Look, there has to be some way to... Okay. So... How do I... Okay, that's the... Jump backward. No. No. Okay, let's see if there's a keys or something. Maybe here, a list of the controls. Crouch, walk, aim. Eagle vertical control. Oh, someone out there seems to be having fun. Not sure if that comes up on the microphone. The people talking out there. Eye tracking, controller icons, input device. Shift, heavy attack. Light attack, aim. Climb up is shift. Whistle, parry. Movement abilities. I don't see climb down. Oh, great. Let's just try it some more. I mean, this seems to be just high enough that I don't die. And over here, this just climbs down like this. No, okay. Again, this didn't work. Huh. That's weird. I'm pretty sure they explained it to me before. But I'm just mixed up right now. And it doesn't seem to be... How do you climb down? I can't figure it out. Okay, I'm giving up. I'm Googling it. Or rather, I'm DuckDuckGoing? What do you say? Okay. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. How climb down? Question mark. Of course, simple questions like this aren't actually Googleable, it seems. And of course, nobody is watching this stream who might have an answer, I guess. Whoops. How do I climb down ladders, walls? That's generally Assassin's Creed. Let's see what that says. That might already help. Stand next to a ladder. Okay. I love when forum answers are stuff like, this was shown over and over again in the first part of the game. There's no way you missed that. Also, I'm pretty sure you can just check the controls in the pause menu if you're not sure what the button key is. It's not a helpful answer to give in a forum, you know. Yes, it was shown in the beginning. These games are, you know, like 40 hours or 70, I think is what this game was said to take. You know, so, it's totally normal that someone who plays a game over weeks might, after having to take a break for, you know, like work travel or whatever, come back and forget how one of those keys works. And, so, but it seems to be basically what I remember it being. Where am I now? Oh yeah, I'm up there. I need to go down there. So let's see. It says... Oh, okay. There she just jumped because it was safe. So I guess I can do that. Ah, and see. Okay, so the trick is holding the down key while you're at the edge. Kind of like holding both keys. That was the trick that I didn't get the first time. Let's see where our... what is it? Mercenary that is following us is where it is. Still in the city, so that might be okay. What level is he? 5, yeah, so we're still far from being able to fight him. just head forward. All right. But that's you know, it shows like if some people answer, you know, it's nice to give people answers in a forum, and nobody, you know, forces you to answer in a forum. So I totally understand, you know, like making demands of people who give answers in forums. Um, you know, is not generally a thing that you should do. That said, you know, if in a forum you give an answer, try to actually give an answer, be helpful. Don't tell people, oh, you're stupid, you know? It's not, you know, like, it's not worth your time and their time to, you know, answer. You know, you just, you know, ruin their day, and I don't know, maybe you get a sadistic kick out of it or something. Um, but really, you know, just stay quiet. If you think someone is asking a stupid question, then just, you know, ignore it. Don't don't be the asshole that says, well, you should know that it was all over the tutorial. Yeah, my tutorial was, you know, a whole weekend ago now, and I've had things to do on the weekend. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Finally, I found some wood to loot. I think that's the first time I actually found a tree that I can interact with. It's weird that like they have the that's bad game design, I think, or bad is maybe, you know, this is an AAA game. There's few AAA games actually these days contain literally bad game design. But you know, usually in a game, since you know it's not the real world. In the real world, I look at a branch and I see, you know, it's rotten or whatever. I can tell that, and eyes are much better than computer displays, higher resolution and better dark light adaptation and things like that. So here, when you have when I see a tree outside, I would know, you know, is that the kind of wood that I could use to, you know, like make an arrow from or something. You know, I can see, is it straight enough and things like that. Here in this game, like most of the stuff is built from, you know, the same assets, so everything looks kind of similar. So you would not want, um, you know, a good game designer splits up the assets between, you know, in a game where you have loot, where you collect resources mainly. You know, they have a certain design that they use for everything that can be collected. That is a harvest node, as they call it, and then they just go and say, okay, here, um, I'll give you, you know, like, and you just look around and you see, okay, these 5 trees are harvest nodes, and then you can just harvest them. Whereas in other games, in this game here, they use the same asset. Like you have it 15 times standing around this little tiny tree, um, and it looks exactly the same because it's the same asset being reused. And just one of them out of dozens that I've walked by so far, just on this stream, is actually one that I can, you know, like collect. So that seems, you know, that's a bit of bad game design. Like you have to develop a design language and make sure that people can actually. Oh, I got a broad axe, nice. You know, can actually tell your world, especially since, you know, like if you, like Cassandra, had grown up, but you're the player, you know, you're not actually an ancient Greek. Um, so if you had grown up here and had learned, you know, as a kid already how to craft arrows and things like that, you would know all of this. You would know how a branch looks that you can use versus one that is useless. You know, your pattern matching machine in your brain would basically already be primed for that. So it really makes the problem in a game is always, you know, I'm coming in there, and this woman, you know, has had 20 years of a head start in knowing this world. How do you convey her knowledge? And that's what all the in-game overlays and things do, like these white dots that tell me this can be looted. You know, that's a concession to both, you know, domain knowledge, like she knows this is an abandoned house and nobody will mind if I steal something and I'm standing around here and there's no one nearby. She can see that. Um, but I wouldn't necessarily be able to tell that. Um, and that's because I didn't grow up here and I don't know like how, you know, like for me all these houses kind of look old and decrepit, you know. It's if you want a good example for how hard it is to read whether something, you know, is an inhabited place or not. I mean, this actually doesn't look abandoned because, you know, like there's still fire lit up. So I would actually say that's a design error as well. You know, why is there light on here? But anyway, so one example that I found out is when I went to the United States for the first time. I looked at the streets and thought all these streets look so run down and provisional, and you know, for a place that is you know, so focused on cars and where everyone, you know, where your driver's license is used as your ID card because that's just what everyone would already have. Um, it's kind of weird that all the streets would be so bad. And then I realized, no, the streets aren't actually bad. It's just that, for one thing, the colors they use to mark the roads are swapped. Like in Germany, when a road, usually road markings are painted in a reflective white color. So like the separator that separates the lanes on a road or something like that, you know, or the oncoming road lane from your lane, from the downgoing one. Um, and when we have construction going on, special yellow, like not quite as resistant paint, is used to like the white paint is actually more like tar, like it's almost like a powder that they put on the street and then kind of go with a flamethrower over it to kind of melt it, and then it's part of the street and it's like a layer that you can actually feel, and that even like if you drive over it with your car, you feel like a slight judder, you know, through the car. Um, which is good because that means like if you're, you know, like passing out for a second there because you're tired, and you know, your car veers into the oncoming lane, you kind of feel that bump and go, oh wait, and it wakes you up. You know, it's like an extra signal. And also, since this reflective stuff that's in there, you know, it actually reflects a bit. So when it's dark, you can actually see the edges of the road and the separators, the dividers, I think is what they're called. That was the word I was looking for. Anyway, so and the thing is, the provisional paint in Germany is yellow, the same tone of orangish yellow that is used for normal road markings in the US. So every time I saw a street there, just instinctively, it felt unfinished to me because my brain always goes, yellow street markings, okay, those have priority over any white ones I might see, and there's probably construction or something provisional going on here, so have an eye out for, you know, surprises like the road suddenly ending in a ditch or whatever. Um, and that's just, you know, like something that you've been trained to pay attention to. And so when you and similarly, that's like buildings. And for example, the sidewalks in the US are made of big concrete plates that are placed one after the other. And in Germany, they actually pour concrete, um, like so it's a continuous closed surface, which is nice for example, for bicycle lanes, because you don't have these ridges in between these tiny gaps between the plates, where your wheel might catch on or something. Or if like the ground shifts, then one plate would move up, and then you'd have like a step in the middle of the bike lane or things like that. So like Germany used to have, like on older roads, you would still see those plates, like the original Autobahn, the highways in Germany, were built with big individual slabs of concrete placed down. They're not like now where it's called whisper concrete, I think. It's like a really smooth kind of concrete where cars, even when going fast, will be very, it will not make much noise, which means like people living near the highway get less noise as well. Um, and that's like a common thing that you have. Um, and so like for me, having something made of these slates of concrete um, feels again like this is the older generation of street, and all the signals in my brain go, okay, old street, probably badly maintained, watch out. Whereas in the US, that's the normal and modern kind of street, given the different weather in the US, like the more extreme weather that they have in many parts of the country, and the vast distances they have to cover, where, pouring concrete might just, take too bloody long, and also might not be fast enough with the huge amount of roads that you have to cover the entire continent of North America. Um, you know, just wouldn't make sense to have to wait for good weather in each of these spots to place down concrete, pour it, and have it dry. It just it totally makes sense that this would be different in different countries. But the problem is that all the instincts I've trained myself to um, would actually, you know, um, um, yeah, all the. Oh, that's carry. No, I don't want to carry it. So yeah, getting all that stuff. No, not getting all that stuff. Looking at looking at the street, my instincts would just be wrong. And that's the same with a game. A game has to teach you the language of this place. Like, for me, this looks like a very basic rundown house, but this, by the standards here, might actually be a fairly rich house. And, especially like here with the lights on, which I just consider like a concession to they want me to be able to loot this at night as well. And that's why they put the lights there everywhere, so this place is not completely dark. But like in a real world, like if there are lights on, that means somebody is still living there, because nobody would leave fire burning, and nobody would leave all their stuff lying around here like that. So that would more feel like, well, they're maybe not at home, or maybe something bad happened to them. This should be stealing by all means. But the game mechanic here tells me the dots are white, not red, so it's not actually stealing, and there's nobody nearby, so it's also not considered stealing. At least as far as like the basic simulation of morals that this game has are considered. Okay, so let's see where we were supposed to go. Okay, so that was that house. Marcos Vineyard. So maybe we should go here. Maybe that's where the cave is. Or there is an undiscovered location here. That looks like a cave. Is that the northwest? Maybe. It's the question is like, is the coast... Ah, okay, here, now they show me the borders. Okay, so northwest is definitely more up there. So, let's set a waypoint there. And try to get there then. Anyway, the point I was trying to make is that, so given this, you have a difficult thing to do as a game that is set in not just actually, you know, like words that are strange to people playing it, like this one, you know, which is ancient Greek, but actually even more so in those, because, you know, the problem is this is just a simulation of the world. It picks a few things that you could do in the real world and tells you, okay, these are the things you can do. And then it tries to guide you through a story and things.
I wonder if we'll be able to leave without getting into a brawl. Oh, my kidding. This place never changes.
Anyway, you know, so it's actually even harder because people see all those things they're familiar with and go, you know, why can't I actually interact with this right now or something? And the answer is, well, because the game designers didn't think of it or didn't have the time to implement that interaction, or, you know, thought, you know, letting you perform this interaction. What is... Oops.
You're asking for trouble.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I could assassinate the soldier. Okay. That's why he has a yellow dot on his shirt, but I don't really have a reason to assassinate anyone right now. Alright, so, yeah, I should probably call Ikaros. Alright, so down here, that's the cave, I guess. Alright, yeah, anyway, so, that's the hard part about designing a game, is making the world understandable, and that's why games have these obvious symbols. Like, because that's, you know, that's how our brain works. We look at a tree, and immediately our brain goes through the categories that that tree has, which is one, like, you know, does it look dilapidated? Does it move like it would just, you know, fall on us while we pass it? Is probably the main thing that people today still have in their head when they pass a tree. Then maybe, you know, like, you know, does it look like there's something else wrong about it? You know, there's just a general sense of this should be a tree, and if anything is out of the usual, then our brain will go like, wait, why is this thing like this? And it's like a quick thing that our brain does when we look at a tree, you know, or, you know, is there a bill posted on it or something that might interest us? And also, you know, like if you're more an arts and crafts person or like a naturist or something, you know, like someone who is a naturalist. I'm trying to think. Like, one is the person who like to walk around naked, which is what I didn't mean, and the other ones are the people who, you know, like go, you know, like hiking in the woods and maybe, you know, like build tree houses or whatever. You know, like if you have more of a, if you're more outdoorsy, let's call it that. Okay, here we have our Melisani cave. Good. Anyway, so interesting. This is prepared like that. Okay, so what people do here, yeah, what you do with the tree, like you assess it quickly and go like, won't kill me, um, no dangerous animals or people on it, um, and then you'll if you're more of an outdoorsy person that is maybe looking to build something, and which Cassandra would be because like she has to supply herself and she doesn't have much, so she would assess it as like, what can I make from this tree? Can it benefit me somehow? And that would be like seeing, oh yeah, there's a really nice straight branch that is fairly low. I can easily reach it, and it looks like it's already partially broken off, so I could just like rip it off and make a few arrows out of that or whatever. And it's the right kind of tree that is used for that. Whereas, or like we today would probably look at a tree and go, like if we're in an outdoors section of a cafe or a restaurant, then we would look at the tree and go, like, um, does it have good, consistent coverage of the leaves? That means, okay, and do the shadows thrown below it not let through too much sun? Okay, so when we sit here a few hours, we won't get sunburned, and then we pick that. Like our reasons and like the things we look at might be different. Usually we might just look at the table and then look at, okay, it's under a tree, it's shady, that's nice, there's not too many like leaves from the tree on it, so we won't have them in our beers when we sit down there, things like that. And that's just things we are trained from our childhood on. And if you travel a lot, you kind of are more flexible in this regard because you've seen different countries and their conventions and the problems you have to watch out for. If you grew up in a more desert area, then you might be more worried about, like, is that hill behind that building, um, is that just a dune coming by, and will that, like, pour into that building soon, so then we should not go into that building right now? Or, is it an actual, like, hill and it's fine, and, like, I don't know, we can sit out there comfortably and have lunch or whatever, um, next to that hill or whatever, like there's different things. Or, like you might have a look around and see, oh, there's a little brook near that um, near that restaurant, but it's in the middle of summer, and this place is known for having horrible mosquitoes. So, like, I would not like sit down in a restaurant next to a little brook in the middle of summer, because I would know that all the mosquitoes will be at this little brook. Or, like, do I see wasps somewhere nearby or whatever? Then, okay, if I'm gonna order any food, they will be on me and will, like, drown in my drink and start eating my meat, things like that. Oh, I actually didn't want to do that. This time I actually wanted to leap of faith. Woo! I think I've been here previously. Swim down, shift to swim. Okay. There's a cave here. Let's see where that goes. This is really dark. Okay. Maybe not the best idea to swim around here when it's getting to be evening. Can I swim with the torch? No. Okay. But they're nice. They're turning on the lights. Okay, let's see. Where can we? Is there any place we can go here? Hey, I think I might be stuck. Okay. Let's go out for a breath of air. Oh, there's loot. much really, so I guess that's the only thing I can... The water, like, pouring down the glass of my screen is a bit immersion breaking, I think. Just, you know, go away much more quickly, because, you know, like, that's, like... Okay, I wear glasses, so it's probably more realistic for me. But, like, in general, that's not how it looks when a human resurfaces from water. Like, it's all blurry, and then you blink it away, and it's pretty much all gone, you know? It's not as if you could feel, like, droplets going down, like, the body of your eye or something. Like, it doesn't, like, flow down our lens, because you know, our eyes are already wet, so you wouldn't see drops on them. You would need something transparent in front of it. Can I... No, apparently I can't. It's very dark in here. Guess I'm supposed to swim some more, dive some more. That's, for example, that's, you know, on one hand it's unrealistic. On the other, it's, you know, a necessity for gameplay. Like, we do not have... Can I loot that? No. You know, like, it's a necessity to be able to see what you do, but we don't have, you know, phosphorus torches or anything in this game. So, how would we... Oh, wait. This looks good, but I think I'll just go up for air once more. Oh. Here. And then go as close as I can. And then do the dive. Because who knows how long I will need air. Okay, anyway, so yeah, having the ability to see underwater here and, like, using more light. Oh, this is pretty. Also like how they kind of made it blurry and things like that, you know, and the water stuff you can see here. Oh, and I think we've... Oh, whatever that is. Iron, okay. She's definitely good at diving. Alright. And you know, who can hold their breath that long? Okay. Nothing much here, it seems. Anyway, you wouldn't be able to play that without them either complicatedly introducing you to phosphorus and telling you, here, you need a phosphorus torch. Or, you know, making all your torches phosphorus. I think that would work as well. But I think phosphorus is kind of dangerous, you know. Like, theoretically, phosphorus can oxidize underwater, so it burns underwater. Shrooms. But it would really be too complicated to have underwater torches here, so it's nice that they made it bright. That's what I've been trying to say for the last half hour. Sorry.
This area will be well defended.
Oh. That feels... That's again game mechanic being a bit too intrusive. Like, of course I have to know that this is a dangerous area or something. otherwise I would just blindly walk into it and get killed, I guess. Which, you know, would be realistic but not very fun gameplay-wise. Um, but, you know, how would you do this? Like, ideally, you know, like one good suggestion would be, but you know, also expensive game making wise, would be to just say, as you go in there, they give you a cutscene where you see, you know, like some enemy walking away or something. I mean, if you listen, you can hear people arguing, you know. Okay, I guess let's slowly move on. But yeah, otherwise, you know, they could have done something like have an, you know, like a really low-powered NPC or something at like when you enter this area, you know, spawn them and have them head right for you, and you know, that way, you know, make you aware of, oh, there are people who will attack you, you know, and give that NPC as a freebie, you know, like it doesn't count against, you know, have you been spotted or not or something like that. Um, they will just, you know, like come towards you and attack you and maybe have some voice lines or something. That would probably be cheaper than making a correct cutscene, especially since, you know, there might be another entrance or something to this area that you could also walk in. And also, like, that she always says this area will be well defended is a weirdly artificial voice line, you know, like, it works in, you know, like, more, you know, like forts or something, settlements or something. But how would she, just by walking into a cave, um, and maybe hearing voices say, oh, there must be people who will attack me here. Oh. Oh.
What the? Ready to die?
But I pressed F, why did nothing happen? Okay, now I can get rid of you, I hope. That's not very stealthy. Alright. Someone to loot. Didn't I kill someone here somewhere? Where'd the other one go? The magical disappearing corpse. Seriously. Do-do-do. Okay. Oh. Dead person with money on them. I guess up there is where I'm supposed to go. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. The glowing mushrooms are kind of interesting. Oh. There's something there. That looks like treasure. Nice. Spear of Kephalos and a Spartan waistband. So we found what we were supposed to find, I guess, so we don't even have to go up there. But it looks like there is something up there. Oh. An enemy is up there.
I've got the answer!
Got the answers? What? Whoa. That's a lot of blood. Badge unlocked. Initiate. I have no idea what that means. I guess that was an achievement. Let's see, are there more objectives? There's an Enigmata Ostraka. That sounds like it might be a delicious Greek food. Oh. Come on, let me go down. I want just this iron, yes. I don't know what the iron is good for, but I'm sure it will be visible somewhere. Oh. I can assassinate you. Okay, so it seems holding the F key doesn't work and I have to tap it frantically. He didn't give me any loot. Anyone else anywhere? There's more iron, I guess. Well, okay. Looks like I'm out of the cave here. I guess that's supposed to be sunlight. Boy, that is strong. Okay, the enigmatic thing I haven't found yet. Let's see. Little money. And a box. More money. Oh, and that's right behind the temple. Okay. So I guess if I had headed from the temple, I could have gone in here. See, and so that's... Like here I would probably have seen the attackers immediately. But the question is, why would this place be defended? You know, I think they should have gone with a few more voice lines for, you know, like locations that aren't... Oh, what's this? More iron, okay. And, you know, I know what I'm saying here because, you know, voice lines take time. Like, you can't just say, okay, I'll add another voice line. Because, like, there's a certain overhead, like, whenever you add, you know, a voice line, you have to make an appointment with a voice actor. The voice actor has to come in. You have to compensate the voice actor for travel to the studio and back, you know, like, it's... well, it's not quite, like, yeah, you pay the ticket to work, but um, like a voice actor will not just come in for 5 minutes because then the gas will cost them more than what you would pay them. So they will go and say, okay, just for coming in, they get this much money, and then for like however long you want them, you pay them at least 1 hour because there is probably setup and things like that involved as well, and so that's how like voice acting, basically, like the union rules are, like, at least, like, that's, I think that was actually the video game union's rules for voice actors. Um, but anyway, so yeah, there are several rules, like what, how, how they get compensated, and one of the things is, like, no voice actor would come in to just record one voice line. On the other hand, in a if you want quality voice acting, um, well, not like, it's not bad voice acting, but like, for a certain level of quality, you want them to come to a studio, and you want, like, the same sound mixer to set up everything so their voice sounds roughly the same. They might have to do one or two tries to get back into that level of energy that they had when they did the first recording, so that that voice line sounds the same. If they just sat down and at home and recorded that extra line for you, of course there would be much less overhead, but on the other hand, it might not sound the same. So also, you will have to call in a director to direct the voice actor and make sure that it sounds the way you would expect. Oh, this is cool. I love being able to jump from vines to vines to vines. I didn't want to climb up here. I just wanted to get to that loot here. Precious gems and iron metal. Nice. Yeah, so it's not easy to add that extra voice line, and I totally understand that that is probably the reason why they didn't record that. They probably noticed at some point um, that they wanted, or that would be nice, and then they went, well, this way, you can rely on whenever you hear her say this location will probably be heavily defended, or this place, or whatever she says, then your brain will immediately go into panic stealth mode, which is good. Okay, that's just carry. That's just the guy we dropped in there. No looting. And then I could have sworn there was a loot prompt here, not just carry. No, it's all carry. Okay. But, anyway, the game would probably be better if they had, a phrase. Let's try to come up with a good phrase. Like, let's not just say, oh, I don't like this. Let's actually make a suggestion that works. And, I've heard from game developers who said, yeah, the things that people, watching these streams suggest, we've all, like, there was always someone on the team who said, yeah, we should do that, and we've considered it. We came up with all those things as well, and then there were reasons why we didn't do it. Like, we came up with it. Like, at the end of our time, we had more important things to fix, and by the time we had time to fix it, it was like, well, we're releasing tomorrow. We're not adding an extra voice line and risking that we break anything. I still don't know where this Enigmata thing is. looks suspiciously like where we came from. So I guess we'd probably be diving for it. But anyway, so let's try to come up with a line. There's something. You know, she could just say, you know, something like, those voices don't sound friendly, or something, you know, to indicate, you know, like there is someone here, or you know, like I hear bandits or something could also work, you know. Of course, you know, like you have lots of enemy groups, so again, this, like they probably just didn't find a good phrasing and said, well, we can only record, you know, this many more phrases, and we cannot, we'd have to go back and mark up everything in this game to indicate what kind of enemy it is, which of these phrases it should get. I should probably hurry to the next spot where I can surface. Yeah. Wow, that was good. That was close. Anyway, so, guess I didn't find it. I guess I'll have to go back here when I have, that ability that lets me see loot nearby or something. And, you know, maybe, you know, like attackers or something. Anything, okay, I guess there's not. Okay. This water on the lens is really confusing. Like, I want to wipe my glasses right now. Which, you know, is the wrong kind of immersion, really. Ha! Immersion! Haha! I'm immersed in water! Haha! Sorry. Okay, let's see if there's anything here that we haven't seen yet. The collision boxes for the stalactites are really horrible. Like they're way too large, and so sometimes you wanna sometimes you just wanna look at stuff and or like wanna go up and you think you should be able to. Is there any? Ah, there's air here. Okay. This is interesting. This is like a well or something. I'm not sure we've been here. I don't think so. We would have looted everything in sight. Oh, wait. More loot. Anyway, game developer wise, what was I about to say? Yeah, so having to mark up everything and something for that one voice line, you know, they probably just went, okay. Okay, that's another like that camp. The drachma. That's it seems. Huh. Have wood, which is probably what we need to craft arrows. Alright. Anything else here? Okay, that's the hole we originally jumped through, I guess. This place reminds me of one spot in Assassin's Creed Origins. It's like basically the same arrangement. Like of some hills with the cave nearby, and it's weird. I don't know, it might just be, you know, like, you know, if you have an underground cave, you know, what kinds of exits can you have? You can have a few side exits. And I mean, the cave on the inside definitely isn't the same. And like, okay, you can have a big hole in the ceiling through which you can get in, and that makes for a dramatic entrance. And, you know, a leap of faith dive, which is like a trademark of this franchise. So of course they wanted to take advantage of that. It takes a bit of, like, it's a logical setup for these for the way climbing works, you know, once you've got it, like, you know, you hold shift and you walk up to a wall and you climb it. So you don't end up accidentally climbing stuff, you know, like in Mass Effect, where you would, you know, in that one game, keep taking cover behind stuff when you were just walking up to it, and then, you know, but you were just trying to run past it and kind of bumped slightly into it, and suddenly you were taking cover and were being killed by the guy on the left, instead of walking past it and taking cover behind it or something. So that's good that they have a key that means climb. And then, you know, like to go down, okay, you press climb and down. And that you have this parkour thing where you can like jump between things, like we did with the vines as well. So that's also nice. All that stuff. But you also and like when you hit the C key to climb down, you know, if you now hit C to climb down again, then you have to keep in mind that you cannot, like, I pressed forward and C to indicate I want to climb down, but now I have to press backwards to indicate down. Like, if I pressed forward, then I would be climbing up again, which makes sense if you're standing in front of it, but it's kind of that turn of direction is kind of yeah, that turn of direction is kind of an awkward thing. Like it's, you know, like you get used to it, but I haven't gotten used to it yet. So that's interesting. That was all what I meant to say. Oops, sorry. Also, not running into people. Not used to that yet. Whoops. I wanted to talk to you. I'm sorry.
Cassandra, have you come back to talk about the spear?
I have.
Oh, good. Tell me, did you find it?
Okay, so now we can be about money. We can just be nice. Or we say I couldn't find it.
You mentioned a reward.
Oh, of course. You've certainly earned it.
Okay, I wonder. That was a little abrupt ending. But, you know, she needs the money, so I think it's okay. Interesting temple inside. Ooh. They have the same paintings. Oh no, okay. So it's the goddess with the sword and the ship, but then something else next to it. It looks kind of like at least the left and right side are symmetrical instead of unique. It's basically the same. That's Zeus throwing lightning at some blue person. Yeah, that's here. And in his back. But here it's in front, so they have like segments that repeat. Here's that segment again. That's nice. I'm kind of wondering, like, is this like that the paint is peeling? I mean, she said that with the spear she would be, you know, she would be able to attract more people, and you know, so the temple didn't sound like it was doing too well. Let's see if I can talk to her. No. Too bad. So it's a little annoying, you know, like you have to walk up into speaking range to interact with them. Like into interaction range, which is pretty close. So like for those characters where you can interact with them, it would be nice if either they increase the interaction range. You know, they can always, like, if you're far away and press interact, they could always say, you know, like, have your character make 2 steps forward and then start the cutscene, so it doesn't seem like they're yelling at them from a distance. But it would just help prevent me from running. You know, in real life you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't just run into people by accident because you would just be taking that step. But like you would be walking up, and you're very precise. Like you stop before that. But here I have to walk up to them and, like, from a third-person perspective, decide. Oops, you see. Oops, sorry. I wanted to. Hello. No, sorry. I think I chased her away. But that's a nice mechanism, I guess. I hope they won't be angry at me for that. What's she doing now? She kind of seems scared. Oh, I think I might have made her angry. I think that was a little buggy. You know, like the part of this that I liked game design wise is that you know, sometimes you have to get to a spot and there's an NPC standing there. So being able to somehow, you know, get the NPC to, you know, go away from you and, you know, make room, you know, is good because, you know, there might be a bug or something. You might not be able to, you know, complete a mission if that NPC is standing there. And so being able to nudge them away. But like here, the nudging away is always so dramatic. You can't say, excuse me, you know. Okay, let's have a look. For one thing, okay, this guy is still far away. And Marcos has a possible mission for us. I don't like that they described that mission in such detail before we've heard it, you know? They should at least wait until we've had the mission opening conversation. Where is this message board? Down there. That's a bit Witcher-ish. Mercenary work. As Cassandra had learned, any job is a good job, no matter how small. Ilos, a Kefalonian armor, needed wolf furs for the war effort, and knew Cassandra could provide them easily. Mercenary work. You may be able to harvest the pelt from the corpse of a wolf.
Ποιος εμέ περιπέζει?
Okay, so now we need to figure out where the wolves were, I guess. Alright, let's see, where do we want to go? I guess we'll risk it and go there. And try not to run into Talos. Wasn't Talos the planet where Christopher Pike was? I wonder what would have happened if I had just said, you know, I'll give you the spear. But I suppose I don't have the spear anymore, right? Inventory. Here is the regular inventory. Looted offerings. So what can I do with those? I have goat cheese. Ornamented earrings. Interesting. The question of which came first, between the chicken or the egg, is a strong debate amongst Greek philosophers. Well, strictly spoken, if you're really about the chicken and egg in general, then it's easy. Because there were animals who laid eggs way before there were chickens, you know? Because, you know, like reptiles and others laid eggs as well. Then again, if you talk specifically about chicken eggs, the discussion is still ongoing, I guess. Okay, so that would be more hunter damage. I can engrave it with 2 leather, I guess. Available engraving plus 2 assassin damage, plus 2 hunter damage. Interesting. Whatever those engravings are. Alright, let's see, what do we have here? We have this. Oh, we have another sword? Ceremonial sword? That is more assassin damage than warrior damage. Oh well. Hunter damage. Let's just make everything highest level we can and ignore the... Okay, that's level 4, so we still have a bit to go. Hunter damage... 38, that's much better. We could probably go somewhere and buy stuff. Ooh, do we have no shoes? Spartan buskins. Spartan waistband. Do we have that on already? Oops. Nice. Still no helmet. I want to try out whether I can hide the helmet. That's why I want the helmet, nothing more. I'm glad that the shift key doesn't really do much in this game. Like, it lets me climb, of course, but like, you know, in other games, the shift key, like, performs an attack or something like that. And then, if I do that, you know, I habitually, when I run forward, because most games that I played before did that, I press the shift key. And so sometimes I think of it and don't do it in games that don't do anything with the shift key. But otherwise, let's just check for the headhunter that is after us. Okay, we should be good, but he's to our left. So better not stray too far left. Anyway, so yeah, so it's annoying when you're like just trying to run forward faster, and I don't know, like in Overwatch, you know, where shift key switches Bastion into turret mode, which is the opposite of running. It's be stationary and dig in, you know. And so I'm like late to get to, you know, like I just respawned and I want to run forward, and I start running and I hit the press the shift key out of reflex and stopped in my tracks.
Ah, here you are, and not a moment too soon.
I've dealt with the bandits and gotten the wood for the boiler.
I had every confidence in you, my friend.
Well, your plan?
Right. The Cyclops and I have a score of drachmi to settle. The same score as you, my rough and tumble friend.
He wouldn't be after me if it wasn't for you, my friend.
Right. But I swear, this will put an end to it. If he insists on sending his goons after us, we'll make sure his last good day was yesterday.
Let's hear it then. What do I have to do?
What will we do, you mean? As the brains to your brawn, I consider it a joint effort.
Of course you do.
Think, what does the Cyclops value most? His men? His land? His ships? No, his obsidian eye.
Get to the point, Marcos.
Oh, fine. We're going to steal it.
Are you crazy? You borrow his drachme, then you steal his eye?
Having it means we win. Then it goes to market. We kill 2 birds with 1 obsidian eye.
He'd better hold still, or he'll lose both eyes.
No, no! It has to be done without the Cyclops knowing. You cannot be seen.
Then my new bow will come in handy.
He keeps the eye in his house. It's too valuable to wear out. A wise choice until you show him the error of his ways. Wait for the sun to set, sneak in, and then bring me the eye.
Better be worth something.
Do you know how much obsidian goes for in Kefalonia?
I've never seen it.
Exactly. And not only is it obsidian, it's veined with gold. Gold! It's no wonder he saves it for special occasions.
So we'll use the profits to pay him off.
It will pay for the bulk of it. A vineyard's expensive, you know.
I don't know where the Cyclops lives.
Keep to the west side of the island. There you will find his lair.
Fine. But you won't get away with being cheap.
Cheap? You wound me, Cassandra.
It's your defining trait.
Bring me the eye and I'll prove you wrong. Remember, not a soul can see you.
Got it.
Pull this off and our heads won't be the Cyclops' trophies when he comes back.
Alright, so we're going to do a really stupid thing, which is chase after steal something from the guy we borrowed money from. That can't go well. Alright, I think this is a good opportunity for a short break. If you need to drink anything or, you know, take a bio break or whatever, let me know. There is one thing I want to do, which is, what is it, sound. I think we can do with more music than normal. Alright, and then see you in a moment.
Πού να με πιστεύει τούτο. Φαντασίαν πλέον. Αληθώς τούτο συνέβη. Τι το τούτον.
Alrighty then. Let's switch back to the regular screen and see what we can keep doing. Oh, what time is it anyway? 10. Okay, that's good. Still have some time. Alright, let's see, what else can we do? Let's look for quests. Eye for an eye is something we can steal. And the blood fever we can do for Phoebe. And the mercenary work. Wolf furs, okay. I think we'll do the Phoebe thing. Phoebe. So, it's down there.
Now to find the eye. If it's as valuable as Marcos says, it'll be hidden.
That's the right spot, right? Blood fever, okay. Oh, there's a... Oops. Wolf fur. One. Okay, let's see, do we have... Did that count? Yeah, okay. We have one. So let's see if there's another wolf somewhere around here. It's a nice steep mountain. It's a little disorienting to have the floor diagonal like that. So I don't have to have the mission current. That's good. For the wolf fur to count. But where is the wolf? It's interesting that that wolf barked. I mean, you know, like, its dogs are just wolves. So they make that sound, but usually in, you know, in movies and things, if you think back, you usually don't have barking wolves, because, you know, people will go like, is this a dog? So they usually have them like growling and things like that, and they don't generally have them bark. Just have a short peek where we are. Okay. No dangerous guy near us, that's good. But I don't see any wolves here. So I guess we'll take another break for that mission and go back to the sick people. That doesn't look good. Dead animals. Huh. Lots of dead.
By the gods!
You're murdered!
What's happened here?
Murdered!
If the gods won't help you, the sickness must be destroyed by our hands. We have no choice.
Help us!
He won't let us go.
What's going on?
Kausos was consumed by plague. We couldn't keep up with the bodies. It was spreading. We had to intervene.
They killed our brothers, our neighbors.
We survived the massacre, but he'll kill us now.
The gods have abandoned us. The sick must join the dead if we are to save the living.
You burned the whole village?
Many nights were lost praying. We had to take action. To scorch the blood fever out of Kausos.
Is there no hope for a cure?
Nothing has worked. Sacrifice, prayers.
Healers won't come near us. Soldiers won't let us leave. The gods won't answer our prayers.
why can't I?
But I don't know anything about the plague.
There is nothing you can do.
No!
If you intervene, I will be forced to defend the gods' wills.
Save us from him! Have pity!
We aren't even that sick. We'll get better.
Nobody gets better. This is the only way all of Kefalonia will save itself from extermination.
Please.
We have children! Think of them!
Don't regret stopping here, Mistios.
So what do I do? The question is, yeah, I don't know anything about healing people. Do I risk it or do I not? The question is, I could at least, like the city could, maybe I can tell them to stay away from everyone else or something.
Let them go.
What?
You're no god.
Is there any loot? Doesn't look like it. I guess it would be unfair compared to the people. I mean, they burnt the entire village. That might not have been the best idea. Because now they can't live here.
You're a hero.
That priest came from the underworld. Some man of the gods.
The real God sent you. Time to go. We're well enough to travel, but need healing.
Before you go, take my drachmi. It can't pay for what you gave us, but it's all we have.
Forget about that. Just travel safely.
You're a gift from the gods, Eagle Bearer. I hope they bless you.
Bye, Kina. Be safe.
Uh-oh. I need to hide somewhere. Quick. Ooh. He's level 5, I'm level 4. That's still a bit too tight. Uh-oh. I'm not here. You don't see me. What was that swooshing thing? I don't want to stay here and wait for him. I could probably fast travel away, could I? Fly back to Zeus and be away? Or is fast travel disabled when I'm hiding in the bushes? Oh. I think he's lost track. He's at least sheathed his sword. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to decide what to do. It feels like cheating to go and you know, fast travel away from him. On the other hand, maybe I can sneak away here. I think he hasn't spotted us yet. Yes, he's leaving. Ah, it's an exciting moment. Oh, we have a skill point to spend, by the way. So let's see what ability we can unlock. So this is the one that... I'm sorry. This is the one that we can acquire, I guess. It's a bit weird. Okay, so this requires level 5. That's why I don't have them, I guess. So I probably don't even have to... Let's do that. Because that means we see secrets. Hold V to reveal secrets. Okay, the key is the same as it was in Origins, at least. Chests and hidden passages is when I upgrade it. And 5 meters more. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay, he's running around there. So let's sneak away from here. Did he see us? Looks a bit like it. Oh no. We're hidden, right? We could stealth attack him. Question is, do I have enough strength to... Get him. Alright, let's see. Where do we want to go? Next. Chef Kausos, I guess we caused something there. It's an undiscovered location here. Let's see, what level 3 quests do we have? Okay, and the wolf. So interesting, they count up the lower level quests. Because those were all level 3 before, and now they're level 4. So mercenary work. Now he's coming back, really? I think I'll risk it and try to attack him. If I can. I think he's on the wrong side of the road for a stealth attack.
I just want...
Nah, he's way too high for me. I think I should run after all. Uh-oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Run, run! Not looking too good. Okay. That didn't work. Works like a charm. The best strategy for defeating enemies is to reduce their health to 0 while maintaining your own health above 0. No shit, Sherlock! Because they're worth it. Following the victory over the Argives in Battle of Champions. Oh, I didn't get that. But really, that was really useless suggestion. So Talos is somewhere behind us. Oh, okay. Well, I'm still at full health, so I could probably try to make a run for it. Or, you know what? It didn't give me the prompt. Okay. I would have tried if it had given me the prompt. I would have made a second try, but yeah. Let's see where he runs. And let's see again, what is our current quest? I guess getting the eye and the mercenary work is just if I see a wolf somewhere. Okay, so he lives on Kefalonia. His home is in the west of the cursed valley of Pali. I think he's given up. Ancient ruins. West. Cursed Valley of West, so somewhere on the left. Lumber shipyard, I was there, I think. So probably somewhere here. Oh, what is this? I think this entire area is the Cursed Valley. So if it says west, it has to be this one or this one. It just keeps running around there. Seriously? Guess I'll have to try and run.
I'll make the runway off you and reduce the competition.
I think I'm running fast enough. Alright. Let's see where he is. Okay, that looks good. And there's an undiscovered location to our left. So let's send up our boardie.
Hello, I see you.
Okay, behind that hill. That was a bit optimistic from the pathfinding algorithm. Or line of sight or whatever. Okay, one. There is treasure here. Let's see if there's more people. Yeah. But I guess they're all leveled up to my level whenever I'm here. I guess that's fair. Is that all the people that are there? Huh. Well, there's one more. This blur at the edge just really makes it uncomfortable to see here. There was one more. So let's fly around and see if we've got all the enemies tagged. Ah, there's one. Two. Oh, there's a few over there, or not? There's some ropes to climb across, so that might be one entry. And he is running down here. That's not good. I hope he doesn't find me in those bushes. Wouldn't be very pleasant to end up wouldn't be very pleasant to end up fighting him and the rest of this base. I'm over there, okay. So now let's have a quick peek at the map. You're still back there. Okay, that's not very nice, but I guess it can't be helped. Nobody I can talk to, okay. I guess that's just decoration. Decoration, living in a happy nation. Okay, I've got the Cyclops' lair. Let's see. Still there on the left. So hopefully if I'm quiet enough, Talos won't see me.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
What are the location objectives? Kill bandit leader, loot treasure. Okay, so it's a regular bandit camp, really. Oops, wrong button. It's funny how often I push the wrong button.
I need cover. If I'm quiet, I can hide in the bushes.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Oh no, and there is crazy. I don't like that he's running around back there. That's probably gonna screw up my entire strategy. I really need a better bow, I think. Or something that improves bow damage. Oh, here. I have. Okay, I have a better bow. Just thought that would be annoying. Because like the damage that caused was like still only a sliver.
Hide yourself! I see where they fired from.
Oh my god. Must be some eye to have that much protection. I have to stay out of view.
hunter guy doing? Still over there. So I might be fortunate. Okay, nobody will find him, I hope. Oh. There's another one.
Watch out! They fire from over there!
Alright. Let's see what I got. It looked like there was a new... Yeah, level 4. Stronger waistband, that's nice. Is there anything else? Mercenary gloves, 6 armor. +4 warrior, +5 assassin, and +5 crit damage. Let's see. I have 11 arrows of 40. Okay, right click refills it. Okay. Took me a moment to figure that out. Sorry why I was so quiet. Should have talked through that, I guess. Okay. And that... I guess I could get an engraving or something, but I guess not. Still only have this level 1 armor for the torso. That would be really nice to have something for that. Wait, did I have anything for a helmet yet? No. Oh no. Why is he here? How far am I from level 5? Pretty far. Why is he walking around behind me here? It's as if he can smell me. Hmm. try to get down here. That looks good. That's a captain over there. Probably not the right one to attack. Those are two in the same spot. Not really. But I think I might have to get the captain first. Let's see how much damage I would do. Not enough. What's he doing there? Just flying. Running, I mean. I'm flying. Well, Icarus is. Okay, you're back there. Probably don't even care about you. You're over there, that might be in view. But my objective is over there. Oh, I think the two people that were to my right have split up. Oh no, they're still there, okay. I wonder what this white fuzz at the bottom of the screen is supposed to mean. Is that like where an enemy is? Is that supposed to match with this guy? Could roughly be at this white spot. Could be this guy. Okay, let's try to go down there. Hopefully without being seen. This is kind of an awkward place because there's not much room to hide. And apparently at least 3 captains. Also a tiger or something in captivity, I guess. Let's see if I can sneak around here. I can probably over here and maybe get that guy there. Ah, he's behind that wall. Oops. Please don't have him come up here. It looks suspiciously like he'll be coming to me. Where did you go? There was someone in here a moment ago. Well, I guess if I can get in the house, maybe I don't have to kill everyone yet. So where do I have to get to anyway? I guess to that treasure? No, to that objective in the main house. Oh. I'm still hidden, okay. Okay, that's where that one come from. So how do I get into this building now? Not very good. Really want to know what those white smudges at the edge of the screen are really supposed to be. Okay, so where is my objective? I just had it. Okay, it's below me. And I guess Icaros can't go lower. How low can you go? Every limb of boy and girl. I guess that's the entrance, so I might have to kill them all anyway. If I don't see any other entrances. Oh, there's another entrance. So let's try that one. Maybe we can do this on the sneaky deaky. Oh. Can I? Yes, I can. treasure. That doesn't look good. Why is there blood here? But I can't get through here. So, where am I? Doesn't know where. Oh. So I probably have to go. So there's another door here. Yeah. So better go back to the roof and get all these people. Oh no.
Interesting. Is someone there? My mind must be playing tricks on me.
Great, I can't get up there. That's not nice.
You're going down!
Can I get the bow? No. Okay. I'm glad that that was quiet enough for them not to kill me or alarm the entire base. Seems to be someone fairly alone over there. Right. Ooh, spooky music. Someone's sitting back there again. But I guess that's good. I can just wait for everyone to... Can't I pick up the weapons they drop, I wonder? Like, are those not lootable? Does it just mean the more people I kill, the more obvious it becomes? And eventually that location will be burned? Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4 left. So someone could come back here, or they could stay away from each other, so I can get one without the other seeing. That would be nice, because apparently I can't one-shot anyone right now. Oh. Okay, I think you'll be coming here, ready to be assassinated. It's weird when it doesn't show the stealth indicator nor the bush, so I was worried a little bit for a moment there. This bush is getting rather overfull. I think I should outsource a few. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth way back there, but I shouldn't worry about that one. Oh, but the ones here are now... Can get... Ah, no. He came back. If I'd been a little more... had a little more presence of mind. Now they're all here, really? Let's see. Alright, maybe now. What is this? Alright. Whoops. Thanks for coming up here. That means I won't have to dispose of you out of view of the others. Oh.
Hey, I see you.
Uh-oh.
What's over there? An archer! The archer's over there. She's here.
That's not stealthy. Completed? What? I only got one Well, maybe the others were just to guarantee I got one. Well, I guess I can go down there now. Let's see. Why is there blood in here? That doesn't sound good. Maybe if that's the pigsty? Pigsty? Whatever you pronounce it. However. Still curious why the bow and the sword lying over there are highlighted. Okay. Oh, I forgot that the last time I came by. Let's be a little bit greedy and see if there's anything else to steal. Oh. Нехорошо. Let's see if we can... Oh yeah, you're coming out of here. I guess we'll go over here and up there. And then somehow try to get back far away. And you are still running around there? Oh. I wonder if people seeing me counts. Okay, I don't want to keep, like, I would, if I was just, you know, playing off screen, I would probably wait this out or try to run away or something, but I might just teleport out of here. Or maybe we can, let's see if we can run. Okay. I didn't really mean to. Oh. Alright. Let's run down here.
By Zeus, the Cyclops doesn't mess around.
Oh, he's killed a few people. Okay, I guess this was supposed to be the spot where we enter. What are you doing here? Run to your Cyclops. Nice, yeah, but not to me. I don't like this. I'm not yet level 5. You're not supposed to attack me yet. Well, no, you're supposed to attack me, but like I'm not supposed to engage with you yet. He keeps running up and down there. let's see, where do we have to go? Up there. Okay, let's just try if we can teleport to Zeus. Because this is getting boring otherwise for you. Okay. Following the victory over the Argus in the Battle of Champions, Spartans adopted a distinctive custom of growing their hair long. High-quality weapons and armor can be found at points of interest on mercenaries and in quests. Special arrows can be used in combination with most ranged abilities, resulting in some truly powerful effects. Ancient Greece was more colorful than the white marble we see today. Temples and sculptures, yeah, were painted. That's one of the fun things. Like, everyone thinks of ancient Greece and ancient Rome as, you know, this place where, why is there a yellow assassination dot over there? Anyway, yeah, everyone thinks of them as, you know, like these white statues, like the Renaissance did it. But what the Renaissance actually copied was the statues they found in the ground, and those were, you know, like they were weathered and worn a little bit, and, you know, there were bits and pieces missing, and all the paint had essentially washed off. And when they analyzed them in, you know, later times, like in the 20th century or in the 19th, they found out, yeah, they actually used to be paint on those. And so they like those gaudy colors or something is really what you would expect. Whoops. Yeah, like those bright and colors, like the wall paintings in the temple, are really how all those statues used to look. Maybe not these big ones here. And so, you know, like if you think of, I don't know, like Buddy Jesus in Dogma, that plastic Jesus figure that is like really, you know, primary colored, like almost like Snow White in a Disney movie, you know, like red, green, and blue, and white, kind of like those basic colors. And that's basically what you would, what statues back in ancient Greece looked like, even though they were, you know, like marble underneath. Okay, so but since the Renaissance didn't see those colors, like Renaissance painters or sculptors, they took that as like the ideal, you know, and that's what we, so like, you know, we remember the Renaissance, not antiquity. And since, you know, they didn't really go and repaint all the statues, you know, when they restored them, you know, even the actual ancient statues don't look as colorful. So that's a nice detail that, you know, not everyone will be aware of. Probably. Although it's, I think it's not so uncommon, but then, you know, I did.
Shit! I should take care of that.
no, 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 no. Oh, what? Why you? What? Did I accidentally kill someone nice or what? Did I accidentally kill someone nice? Oh. No, I don't. Come on. Drop. Okay. That wasn't good.
Aye, be careful!
Do you know how many of his guards were there?
Considering how many showed up here, yes. What did I say about being seen? At least you taught them a lesson.
All for a fucking rock.
This rock could buy a house, my friend.
And yet, it's still not enough to pay back the Cyclops.
Oh, don't be upset. Think of all the fun we've had.
I wonder, was this, you know, like, is this something I did wrong? Because, I mean, in my stealth there were a few people who noticed there was someone climbing around, but then I disappeared and they went, oh, I guess it was nothing, you know? So does that count as being seen, and was that what caused his, you know, not being seen? Or, so was it a gameplay fault on my side, or would I always come back and see, oh, I've been seen?
The Cyclops is going to kill us, Marcos. It's as simple as that. And there's nothing fun about it.
This will work, I promise you. Would I lie to you?
Don't make me answer that.
Take the eye, but don't sell it yet. No vendor would believe we came by it lawfully. They know exactly who it belongs to.
Fine.
Better your pocket than his socket.
I think that's enough for one day. Quiere, Marcos.
Wait! I saw a boat. One I've never seen before.
So?
The vessel's too good for this dirty town. It must be the Cyclops, and he brought friends.
He's back? Ugh. I can never catch a break, can I?
Take them out, and that's one less thing to deal with. Besides, these strangers look rich as Chrysos. The Cyclops pays them well. It's win-win, my friend.
It can't hurt. What do I have to lose?
You? You're a winner if I ever saw one.
Then where are they?
In an abandoned house on the eastern coast. Who knows what golden fortunes shine in their hideout? Send them to Hades, then loot them for all they have. We'll be rich!
The eastern coast. Can you be more specific?
I think they've settled in an abandoned house, by a small forest south of Sami.
So, if these visitors aren't from Kefalonia, where did they come from?
All I know is Kefalonia will be the last place they'll ever see.
I'm keeping some of these golden fortunes, though. No negotiations.
Not even a drachme for the man who sent you?
The rest goes to pay your debt. These are my terms.
Oh, fine, fine. Now teach those strangers what it means to be Kefalonian. Draw blood or bleed.
They're really not very, not very critical about who they kill and who they leave alive, or, you know, whether it's good or bad to kill people. I can kind of understand that Cassandra would do that, because, you know, she was basically raised by him, you know, so she probably that's basically the life she knows. not... Oh no, why is he here? This mercenary is really getting annoying. Okay. So let's see, we're halfway to 5. What, fancy guests is level 4, we could do that, or we could try to find the last wolf skin. And we have to figure out how to get to Talos level at least. Oh, and I think we had some new weapons. Oh, that's level 5. We're finally getting torso armor, okay. Linothorax. Thorax is, you might have heard that from like your physician, you know, that's like the, I think it's basically the chest cavity. So I guess linothorax probably means something like chest armor. Like thorax is usually when you have any lung issues or something, then your doctor will probably note something down about thoracic this or that. Level 4 stuff, okay. Oh, what is this? We had a quest item, is that the obsidian eye? Cyclops always took a liking to the finer things in life. What then was as extravagant as an obsidian eye? I guess he's called Cyclops because he's missing an eye. Alright. Oh, do we have any... No, I don't think we have any ability points right now. Okay. Those unlock at level 5. Second wind refills 25% of max health. Okay, let's see, where can we go? Oh, so we'll be stealing here, so that's probably not what we want to do right now. I mean, Cassandra kills and steals, we know that by now, but oh, he's already here. That's not good. Seems as if he knows where we are. Okay, where do we have to go? They landed east coast of Koliadai. East. So to the right, next to the abandoned house. Okay, I was there before. So, abandoned house, of course, is right past. So let's just try. What? Why are they attacking me? No, 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 not you as well. Okay, now let's get out of here. Is that a unicorn? Guess it's supposed to be a donkey. it seems we've gotten away from him a little. Okay. I'll try to run somewhere. They actually have different run animations for uphill and downhill. That's amazing. Like if you see like when she runs downhill, then let's find a bush or something to hide in. Alright, when she runs downhill, she's like, you can see her like bracing herself to not slip, and like she's like taking smaller steps and things. They really captured a separate.
The abandoned house and the people.
But they really recorded a separate animation for that. That's amazing. And I mean that's, you know, what you do to make it realistic in a game. What you'd have to do, you know, like it's oh, there are 2 treasures over there. 3. Where are there all these treasures? I really just wanted to see who is there. Alright, I'm back there. Oh, and there are treasures underwater. Ah, that's the landmark, the little lake we found earlier in the previous stream. That's quite dark down here. I hope I don't meet anyone unfriendly here. Alright, did we... I think it was... Yeah, I think the third one was over in the city somewhere. Okay. Not you again. Let me at least finish my mission so I can get to level 5 and kick your butt.
Let's hope no one notices me here.
Is that too far? Yeah, seems like.
I know where you are!
Please say that you didn't see me move.
I don't see anything. Oh no, not another one. Now we have to worry about archers too. Come on, I found something. Arrows incoming! I'll get the archer!
Huh. He ran past me.
Wrong?
I couldn't even assassinate him fast enough. Come on, let me assassinate you. You know you want to. Alright. Oh, there's someone in that building. Let's see if we can get you from somewhere nearby. There's a nice bush over here. Let's see.
There!
Okay, got him. Good to know. I wonder if the other place, if I should have killed everyone to not be seen. I think I can probably throw that down somewhere. Will you come here?
Hide! Hide! The arrow came from over
nothing.
I knew I'd find you.
Okay. Got the last one. What? That wasn't nice. Who are you?
I normally have someone else do the field work. I don't suppose you know how to get this stain out.
Why did you kill one of your own guys?
It comes with the territory.
Then you're just the Mystios I'm looking for. A clean slaughter. Very good work.
Not much sympathy for the men who work with you.
Not with me. For me. Employees. Now ex-employees, I suppose.
So you don't work for the Cyclops?
Your kind aren't usually believers of myth.
Not the monster, the man. You are an outsider. Why are you here?
Indeed, I'm not from Kefalonia. I'm here because what I'm looking for is. If you'll follow me, Cassandra.
He knows her name. That's not good. That's very not good, so this was basically a test.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
I'm Elpinor of Kira. How do I know your name? I did what you did. I asked and people told me.
Tell me who sent you.
An inquisitive nature. Good. That will help.
You know more than you let on.
Knowing you is in my best interest. And knowing me is in yours. My prized possession was stolen and brought to Ithaca. Penelope's woven shroud. I need you to steal it back.
The shroud of Penelope? The wife of Odysseus? You're joking.
A piece of it, yes.
Impossible. If it existed, it would be priceless.
Which is why I want it back.
Ithaca is not a small island. I need more information.
I'd start at the home of Odysseus. Well, what's left of it. An inspiring tale. A reunion of past lovers.
All right. I'll do it.
Don't expect it to be easy.
That's why it will cost you.
Then it's agreed. There's a rowboat in the harbor. Use it. It's not meant for open water, so be wise. When you have the shroud, meet me in the Temple of Zeus.
I will.
Oh, and Mystios, don't fail.
Still not level 5. Duh. Oops, forgot to track the quest. Or rather, was just a bit too late. Okay, so let's see, can we, no wait, that was the wrong button. Okay, here, that's quests. Enticed by the mysterious Elpenor, Cassandra accepted his quest. Shroud of Pelennor. Its recovery is at Elpenor is crucial, and Cassandra is determined to find out why. Find and acquire Nanopis Shroud. The thieves are still near Kefalonia. They are in the southern area of the island of Ithaca. They're occupying Odysseus' palace. By the way, if the name Odysseus doesn't mean anything to you, in English he's usually called Ulysses. Yeah, so basically that's the same person. Mythical figure, whatever you want to call him. I mean, you know, like some of the mythical figures kind of are based on a real figure, and then there's just all this stuff where people say, you know, like where scientists say, nah, that we can disprove this or we can disprove that, or that's really unusual for the time. I don't think that would have been done back then. That would probably have been added later to the story, because back then it was a common thing to do. You know, like sometimes, you know, they just, you know, like to make it easier to convince people that a certain law was just or whatever, they would just say, well, it's just like that story of the of Ulysses or something, and then some priest was paraded around to like popularize that story or something, you know, essentially public relations. Okay, so is that our boat? I guess it is. Take command.
Headed to the house of Odysseus on a tiny boat. Let's try not to piss Poseidon off, shall we?
Okay, let's see. Where do we have to go? I guess this is the house of Odysseus. Yeah, a small Odyssey. So we just have to cross over there. Ah, the keys basically work the same as in Origins. That's nice. Scipio's shipwreck. What's this? Okay, I guess that's just a guaranteed boat back or something like that. Alright. Alright, let's see.
The legendary shroud. Elpinor wasn't lying.
Somehow that feels like they did it better in Origins, like more immersively, you know. So she basically, you know, like we call Icaros, and immediately she comments on like the legendary shroud or something. You know, like how would she even, you know that? I guess it's just, you know, like compressed time, like in every game, where, you know, where you just assume, you know, like Icaros came back and somehow communicated to her in whatever way that bird uses what is where, and however that communication goes, he also like gave her like a location that she considered likely. To be the shroud, but like that she would, you know, just say, oh, There's a level 5 hoplite. And it shows me what loot I will get from. That sounds a little exaggerated. But I mean, you know, just like the whole fact that she could communicate with her bird so well that she would, you know, like know where loot is and things like that, I guess that's, you know, suspension of disbelief already. So maybe I'm just being too critical of that little detail while accepting other details. Odessa Light Soldier 11? What the heck? In a cage? Who is that? What is that guy doing with that panther or whatever? Are they having an affair? Weird. Anything else here? No, not right now. Okay. I like that Origins basically let you go and, you know, at a later point though, so maybe this will still come here, let you switch between present day, where the simulation is run, and the simulation where we are now. And it would be kind of cool to be able to do that just for changing it up a little.
All the years I lived on Kefalonia, I never realized the mighty Odysseus' palace was here.
That's like a very 20th century thing, I guess. That that, you know, like you would live in a city and not have done all the sightseeing tours in it. Athenian Linothorax, so another piece of better armor. I should have gone to a blacksmith or something and bought a piece of armor. If I'm still not level 5, then that would be really helpful. At least I'll have armor once I'm higher leveled. More warrior damage. I guess that's good. I should probably go and sell some stuff as well. What do I have here? Greek Reflex Serpent Bow, plus 400 damage. Once hit with an arrow from this bow, the victim can feel venom tingling in their veins. 38 DPS. Otherwise seems to be about the same. Don't know if I want the venom. That's better than damage per second is the same, so why wouldn't I go for venom? That's the question. Combat blade, common dagger. Requires level 5. Alright. Where is that other loot? On one hand, this like local map looks larger. You know, like, and the distances look farther than they actually are. On the other hand, the map is a lot larger than the spot we've been in so far. Like, we have only just explored most of this and are now getting into this spot. And all of this we've still got left. I wonder... I should look at like a real map to see which area of Greece that really is. I mean, it looks, you know, like pretty much locked off. I guess they like picked it so it would end at a mountain range, so that it wouldn't feel as if suddenly the map just stopped. And those are like Samos, Lesbos, Tassos. I've been on Tassos. So I mean the places here totally, you know, it's totally Greece, but still. Okay, if I should compare that to a map when I have time, just to see like which spot I'm actually at. Oh, there's actually a free range panther, tiger, whatever it is. Big cat. Is something up there. Something interesting. So if we can get up there... No, oops. a fatal attraction. If you retrace the steps of Odysseus and take the path north, you will find a goat farm in Ithaca where he once met Athena. She helped him with a disguise to reclaim his wife and kill her suitors. Find your reward on a slaughtered goat. Fresh cabbage? Why do I find fresh cabbage on a guy that looks like he's been deceased for a while? I hope the mission log keeps track of what this thing said. Where is... Is it even farther away? That box? Oh, I can't see it here. But I can see it here. It's about 100 meters away. I think I'll finish this one first. Oops. Ouch. That wasn't the intention. I should have jumped over here and then made my way over. Alright. So we want to get... Yeah, I think that building is what contains most of the stuff we're interested in. That person seems to be the mission objective. That's not good. I guess we can't jump over, we have to climb down. No. Huh. Alright. Who is that person? But I guess it's the one we're supposed to kill. Coming up here? No? I don't really want to assassinate you. Or can I? Oh, that's the wrong one. Luckily, he's not fighting that much. Which might also mean that I'm dealing with the wrong person.
How are you still standing? No way to escape!
Alright, last one.
Penelope Shroud in the flesh? I
The shroud in the flesh, well, cloth. Well, I guess I have area of effect loot of some sort, or at least the loot of all of those.
Wait a minute.
I guess I don't have to be too stealthy here.
I'm on your fire!
I accidentally
I
made
know where you are!
fire arrows.
Someone's down! Harry! Find cover! I know where the archer is!
I know what the answer is.
Get into cover! I know where they're firing from!
Of course you know where I'm firing from.
I will kill you! I'm not giving up!
Well, that wasn't very stealthy, but I think it's good enough. So where were the other things I wanted to collect over here? The reasons. Why I actually went back here? No?
Hey, get me out of here.
Sleepy soldier.
That? What the?
Did I really just cut off his... Never mind. Who are you? Well, I guess... enemy of my enemy and all that.
Let's get out of here. Can you fight?
I'd be happy to.
Why are you running away from here? I want to... Do I finally get the...
My thanks. I can't believe I let those Malakas sneak up on me.
Ithaca is a dangerous place to wander around on your own.
You're wandering around on your own.
You're right. I can't fight a camp of bandits by myself. Could you help me to get to Odysseus's palace? I can pay.
I'll help you get to the palace.
Well, I'm in luck then.
Money?
What do I call you?
Cassandra.
I'm Odessa, named after the great Odysseus.
Why would you want to go up there?
I am a descendant of Odysseus. I'm on a pilgrimage.
You're a descendant of the former king of Ithaca?
And the man who created the Trojan horse and defeated the Cyclops? The one who traveled to the land of the Lotus Eaters? The one the Odyssey is about? Yes, I am. Why?
You're not the first who said that, is all.
Well, I trust I don't need to prove my lineage to get up to the palace.
We should head to the palace while we have the chance.
All those wolves just attacking us. Wait, I wanted to find some more stuff up
I should
here.
try to stay out of sight.
Shouldn't be many people left here. And an ancient tablet. Ah, over there. I think I've killed everyone here. Check your inventory menu. You have gear that is better than what you have equipped at the moment. Yeah, now I'm level 5. Yay! Alright, and I think this is a good point on which I can probably stop. For the simple reason... Hello? Somehow that looting here doesn't seem to work. Just seems to endlessly think I can loot you. Oh, got some more gear. That's nice. Alright. What I was saying is that yeah, I've yeah, this one is broken for looting, I guess. But this is a good point to stop, so tomorrow we can do the whole mission with Odessa, and then see how this one, with getting the Cloak of Penelope, works out. I'm just glad I've already emptied the entire area. Oh, what do you say? We just, since we've already cleared out this place pretty much, we'll just walk around with her and maybe grab the loot that those 100 meters away, and then
This
we should be good.
It? It's just rubble.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Something more grand. My parents named me Odessa. I'm Odysseus's namesake. I thought if I came here, I might understand him more.
Well, do you?
Not at all. Take me to my boat. I'll pay you there.
Alright, that was that. Well, let's go out and then find that treasure up over there. Come on, climb. And then run. So the whole thing about yeah, the whole running thing that you do in this game. Where did we miss? like the way you run here kind of requires a lot of trust. Oh, okay, so it's somewhere underneath us. Is there like a cave entrance or anything nearby? I don't think so. Okay, so let's go to Odessa and let that box be a box. Yeah, anyway, it's interesting that, you know, like how,
Please, do
like
not
this,
waste any time.
the start of, what is it called, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, basically requires you to just, you know, take it on faith and run forward and, like, follow someone and just, you know, like, run up random slopes and something, and then when you're there you see, oh yeah, I can jump over here, I can jump over there. And it's really, like, I found it kind of annoying because, you know, I just totally wasn't used for it, and there wasn't really any tutorial, you know, it was just follow him. And then you kind of ran where you could run, and then figured out, okay, here, if I run off the edge here, which would in any other game be dangerous, then I'll actually jump and I'll land on that thing over there. And so slowly you got like a feeling for, like, at what spots you might be able to just jump across or something. But it felt very scripted, you know, it felt more like a quick time event.
Must make haste.
And
Where are you? This way.
I can still feel like a little bit of that here when you like run, but it's much more predictable in this game, which I like. You know, like you can tell better where you're, you know, where you can jump and where not, and things like that. It doesn't feel as much as a scripted progression that just requires you to press forward. Whereas I have to say, I prefer telling, you know, just having you run and press forward basically, and then, you know, but it feeling like a regular you running and you doing things, even though there is only one path that you can possibly run. I prefer that to actual QuickTime events where it's like it's all on autopilot and just at certain points it goes monkey push button, and then I press E or F or some other random key to do the button.
Well, this is for you. Such a disappointment.
Why is that place so important to you?
Are you joking? Odysseus lived there, ruled there. He ended the Trojan War, eluded Scylla and Charybdis. He had everything. Loyalty, love, fighting spirit.
He had the attention of the gods, too. That caused him a lot of trouble.
And it made him a legend.
Made him a legend. You get there one day, grow up. This is the first flirt option, I guess, in an Assassin's Creed game. Or at least the first one I've encountered, and this is the first game that actually has them. So I guess I'll just have to pick that, but it's kind of condescending to say it like that, to be honest. I'm not sure if Cassandra would say something like that. Well, you'll get there one day. Yeah, I think she thinks that she's behaving like a child.
You look cute right now. As if nothing can get in your way.
I don't usually like being called cute.
That's like, who would say something like that? Okay, you're ugly.
In time, you'll learn to love all the things I have to tell you.
You seem so certain.
I've had lots of success in the past.
I'm sure you have.
So what do you think?
I think I was in a much poorer mood before now. There's just so much I desire. To be as great as Odysseus. Where do I even begin?
Well, I think Odysseus began with cleaning out stables. So, at the bottom, great is as great does. Being great isn't easy. I think she's kind of depressive in a, like she's a, you know, I see Cassandra as down to earth. Like she's basically a street kid, and she has this foster father who always gets into trouble, and she has to be the adult of them and things like that. And I'm too like positive minded to tell to someone, I don't give it, wise. That kind of seems, although I mean it would be kind of a nicer, I can do that on another playthrough, can make a really depressed one. Right now I'll just pick random options. So let's
Odysseus
go.
didn't want to go to war. And once it was over, it took him 10 years to get home. He wasted years of his life. All because the gods interfered. Stay home. Spend time with your family. Live your own life.
But who will remember my story then?
Would you rather be remembered or happy?
I'll have to give that some thought. Thank you.
Alright. Okay, that's the point where we stop tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and next stream will be tomorrow. Will be at yeah, in the morning, so that's 10 a.m. my time. You can see what it translates to in PDT below if you want to, which is like what most people on Twitch seem to be using.
We're back.
So that will be in about 10 hours. So hopefully see you then. Yeah, that's basically it. Bye bye.